thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I'm getting ready to take a social media break, so I wanted to get my video done ahead of time. And earlier this week, I made up just a little rusty pack. I was out walking and found this wonderful piece of metal. I don't know what it's from, so I immediately picked it up and brought it home. Oops. And I just kind of layered it in here with some tea bags and some other bits of paper and rusty items. And I just let it sit because it's winter. It's a little bit harder to get the good rust going. I like to put it outside in the summer and let it sit in the sun. That really gets the rust going. But this worked out okay. And I've got some good, if I can get it off here, I've got some good color and some good rusty spots, some nice grunge. There's my washer. There's another piece. I mean, this is one where I have pink on one side, green on one side. So I've just got some fun grungy papers to work with. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Let me set these back in here. The one thing is, after a while, some of the bits do get really fragile. So I like to make sure that I'm able to leave them laying flat. So let me sort out a few papers. We're going to be working just on a 6x9 sheet today, and we'll just have some fun making a quick mixed media piece. Okay, I have my pile of scraps here to work with. Just gonna start out just having some fun layering it up. I've got this piece, which is scrapbook paper, double-sided. I love and loathe double-sided sheets because I'm always flipping back and forth going, oh, but I'm going to lose this side if I use it. But eventually, you just have to make the decision. That's how it is. Let's see, let me scoot you up a little bit so I can have deli paper down here to work on. This is just a photocopy of a ledger book of some sort. I like to go through and just have copies of things. I can't always find a vintage ledger book that is in tough shape. Or even if I did, again, do I want to tear it up? I don't know. They're so beautiful. But a photocopy, on the other hand, that's great. Brilliant. I can just copy it as many times as I want. Yes, it's not the same, but still, it works. So let's put this. Which way do I want this? I don't think it really matters, but I think I'll do it this way. And this is a piece of just newsprint packing paper. Nothing fancy. I put some stamping and spray inks on it just to liven it up a bit. They had nice ivory tone already to it. So I thought, why not? Let's just slide him, lift this up a little bit. I cut him a little bigger than I needed, but that's okay. Put him right there, tuck that right there. Run a little more glue along here. You can see it's coming together pretty quickly. There's not a lot to fuss with here. This one I'm actually going to trim up a little bit. Let me grab a pencil here and mark it and just snip right across. And I also have my great piece of rusted paper. So I just have to decide which one I want on top, which is going to be the feature piece. I think it's got to be this, just because of all the staining and rustiness. So let me put this right across here. We'll see how well I did with the trimming. Looks like I did okay. And I have the pink side too, but I think it's just too much pink for this. I still have the whole rest of the sheet with the pink on it to use in another project. Okay, let's just line you up here. And these are going to break the edge a little bit. Let me grab this sprayer and just get everything pressed down. And then I have a little tiny scrap of that same packing paper just to put here on this corner, just to kind of tie that in. Now I have a butterfly to put on here. It's just a matter of deciding where I think it looks best. Let's see, let's try a few different places. I can have him up on the green. He'll stand out a little bit more down here. So I think I'm gonna do this. Now, I printed this out on, it's not really a vellum, but it kind of acts like a vellum. It's really stiff. I mean, I can bend it, I can fold it. It does not tear well, but that's okay. It still works. Do I need to put a little bit there? But it definitely is not as see-through as tissue is. So, okay, now I've got my sepia ink, and I have just some stamps here, Autumn Leaves Elegant Flourishes stamps. I've had them for years, no idea if they're still available. And I'm just going to use these freehand. I'm not putting them onto a block. They're the same ones that I used in here, all those many months ago when I did that. I'm just using it to add a little bit of detail. They're just nice. There are some fancy flourishes. There are some simple flourishes. And doing it this way allows me to really customize which parts I want to use and where I want them to be. Let's keep going, do a few more here. Adding some nice bits of interest. You can see it's just creating just an additional layer. That's all. And I'm going to keep going using different ones. Let's lift you up and turn you this way and use this one and come right in here. What's really nice about these is you can build them off each other. So if you like the way something is, you can add another curl that kind of feeds right in. And let's do another one off here. You can see the way it just goes in there. Let's do one here. Make sure I don't get it onto the white. There we go. And one more, I think. One more little guy. There we go. Ooh, one here. Just to add some interest to that. Close that up. Going to pick all of these up right now and put them into my bin so they get washed. Put my lid on here. Give that another quick brayering. And I'm going to bring in just a pencil and just come around the edge a little bit here. Just creating a little shadow just so that it sits on top a tiny bit. And I'll just rub that so that it's very, very soft. And there we've got it. I am done. I've got a real quick piece here. I've got my lovely rusted paper, a piece of that vellum-y tissue, packing paper with some spatters and some stamping, scrapbook paper, and a copy of a ledger sheet. And I've got a nice little quick piece that I could certainly use for a card. I mean, I could do it this way and it could be a journal cover or a card. I can just frame it up. I can put it in my box of artwork for 2025. But either way, grab your scraps. If you're doing it on Sunday, enjoy your Monday. If you happen to have to, no, if you're doing it today is Sunday. Okay, enjoy your Sunday. If you happen to be off tomorrow on Martin Luther King Day, grab your supplies, have some fun, make a piece that speaks to you. Start making some rusty pieces. That way you can have them sit all week. Give them a spritz of water every now and then while they sit in your Rubbermaid container. And by next weekend, you'll have rusty papers. I hope that you will have a wonderful week. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. And thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.